Oi pessoal, eu sou a Catarina Moraes e hoje a Antena 1 tá aqui cobrindo o show do The Driver Era, então confere essa entrevista que a gente fez exclusiva com eles. So, Rocky and Ross, you guys started the tour in the beginning of the year, and now a month ago you released your fourth album, Obsession. So how are you guys feeling? How does it feel like to be on tour and releasing the album right now? Does it feel a little bit different from like the past albums that you released?
Yeah, every album's felt different for sure.
Yeah.
Like Summer Mixtape felt like
It was some crazy
a
shit
whirlwind.
going on.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
We're like, it was like relationship stuff. We're about to go on tour again. We're like trying to wrap it up. There's a ghost that lives in our house. Crazy shit.
And how is the
I wish he
creative
was kidding.
process? How is the creative process during tour? Because you guys like are always like constantly on tour and constantly going traveling.
Yeah, that's how we feed the kids.
But creatively as musicians, like how do you produce like a new album in between those times?
Yeah,
We honestly like that's what we do for fun. Like when we're home, like we'll like go play hockey in the morning, and then like we'll be at the crib like making beats. Like that's just how we
Yeah.
occupy our time. And then we'll like go meet up with friends. Like that's an ideal day for us.
those were some good times.
So that's like just like, and then obviously like we like to be productive on tour. It's kind of hard because it's like
Yeah.
it's pretty strenuous. But yeah, I feel like Obsession came together pretty organically. You know, with real life stories about our perspectives and happenings in our lives.
That's really nice. I saw you guys were involved in the production also, which I thought was very interesting because for me, like the production really like stood out in the album. I thought it was a very like strong style of production, and I wanted to ask like, where did you get that idea? Like, yeah, good job. And where did you get that idea? Also, like working in the production, because it's a different thing than actually playing and singing the production.
Yeah, that's like our bread and butter actually. Like that's like that's what our favorite thing is to do probably. Is like make the music.
Yeah.
So that's, I mean, we've made like all the Driver Era albums in our home studio basically. What was once our home studio, we had to move out of the house because the landlord wanted to move back in.
Oh, I thought it was the ghost.
Yeah. Well, that too.
No, that legit.
I thought you were gonna say it's the ghost, but I see.
There was definitely a funky energy going around towards the end.
But you moved out, but you still produced in your house. You like to do the songs.
Yeah, we would rent a studio here and there. Like we went to the studio in London, and we went to the desert in California to work on some songs.
That's cool. That's nice.
Yeah.
And I saw in a recent interview that you guys were talking about like your inspirations, and you said In Excess, and you said a very like I love that song Salisbury Hill by Peter Gabriel. And also talking about like, and Michael Jackson. And when I was listening to your songs, I was very curious, like, how do you find that like line of like honoring your heroes, like that types of songs, but also like trying to push and find your sound in between all those influences that you guys always talk about? Like, how do you think you do it, actually? It's kind of a...
I think we have a problem with like...
I have a problem.
Yeah, like I think I have a problem. Like if somebody's like done something, I like can't do it.
Yeah, it kind of turns me off.
It's like
too.
weird. It's like I have to like not. It's similar, like almost like fashion. Like I don't know. There's like certain things where it's like, or like if someone says something, I can't like be like I can't like repeat what they said and like act like I don't know. It just doesn't. There's always been something weird like that. So yeah, even though we're big fans of music and stuff, it's never. I don't know. It's like it turns me off.
It might happen after the fact.
Yeah.
Like sometimes after we make something, we'll be like, oh, this has a flavor of this or that flavor of that.
Yeah, I see that. But it's very curious that you guys have that, because nowadays the music industry is like very like feeding on to like bringing the old sounds, but exactly the same, like maybe sampled. And you guys bring this idea that you really don't want that. You want to create your new sounds and your own sounds. So it's very interesting to hear. And I wanted to ask, and I wanted to know, and how, when you like, especially in the music industry nowadays, how does it feel to be an artist, and how does it feel to make music nowadays? Because I know it's a very like fast-paced industry, and you guys are a very productive band. So how is it for you guys?
I think there's a lot that we can be, first of all, appreciative of, and like a lot that we can acknowledge as a success in the trajectory of our careers. But there's still a lot left to be desired. But it's like you said, it's a very interesting time to be alive, because honestly, like, not to like make us sound old, but we've been doing this longer than social media has been around, like especially to the extent that it is influential on the industry. Like when we were first releasing records, like there wasn't this pressure about like making TikToks. That wasn't a thing.
We were doing
So
covers
that's-
on YouTube and shit.
and I feel like you know, like there's some artists today that are like specifically making songs for TikTok's virality potential.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm not really sure what the future holds for us. I definitely feel like we have a lot of desire still. And yeah, maybe we do play that game more in the future. I'm not really sure. It's weird because sometimes we're like down with being like the underdogs a little bit.
Yeah.
And then other times we're like ready to go. It's an interesting balance.
But do you feel like a internal change? Because like you said, you were an artist before everything, like before that pressure of social media. Yeah. Do you feel you actually mentally changing, like, feeling a little bit of that type of pressure also to create that type of sound? Or no, you like to follow your creative and natural?
It's both. It's both. I mean, you always want to grow. You always want to get better. And nowadays, with social media, it's like a very tangible, like metric. Like you can see it. And so like, yeah, there's definitely like, you want to grow.
I don't know. I'm like, I like making music.
That's the
Yeah, there's like basically everyone and their mom is being like post, and it's just like what fuck off.
And also everyone and their mom's like, check out my new single.
Yeah, it's like I don't know, bro.
So
That's great. And just to finish off, when I was reading the album, it said that you guys described yourself as obsessed when you guys were listening to your songs. And what are your new obsessions? Do you have any new obsessions?
I'm gonna go with there's the last track on the album is called Better, and it's basically about just like getting better. And I think that's probably my obsession. It's just like trying to get good.
Mine is understanding humans more and why they do what
That
they
too.
do.
That's a great obsession.
Even on a like a societal level,
Yeah.
is really interesting. Honestly.
Also, I like making people happy.
That's nice.
Nah, bro. I'm trying to learn how to be more disagreeable, low key.
What?
Because I've just been too agreeable in my life. I feel like
That was
sometimes.
perfect timing. Because I love making people happy. Like, I'm trying to disagree more.
I'm serious. I mean, like a little bit. Like, there's more to that, but like a little bit, like dead ass.
But thank you so much. It's all the time we have.
Então é isso, pessoal. Essa foi a entrevista. Não esquece de curtir, compartilhar e comentar o que você achou. Tchau, tchau e até a próxima.